My first little video I'm making. I don't really expect anybody to watch it. It's more just for me to have somewhere to talk about a bunch of random shit. And maybe, Stella, you can watch these and like see how everything's going and stuff. So there are a few things that I wanted to talk about. First, on YouTube, no matter what I'm looking at, I could be watching, clips of TV shows or music videos or somebody's blogs or something. I always seem to get recommended, like, in that little section where it says, recommended for you. I always get, these videos always come up about, like, Asian girls eating cake. And apparently there are a lot of them because I'm constantly being recommended to these videos. And I've never actually watched one of them. And I'm kind of super duper curious, but I can't quite cross that line yet and like click on it. But apparently people, I understand that like some people have like weird food fetishes, but it's always like this like snapshot is always these like tiny girls with like little like Asian faces that look like they're 10 and a half and like big ass pieces of cake or like entire pizzas. And I don't know. So those have been coming up lately and I just wanted to talk about it because as I was setting up my new little YouTube thing, this definitely came up at least 3 times, and I thought it was really funny. And who doesn't like cake? I love cake. Asian girls should be allowed to express their love for cake in any way that they want to, but I don't know. I don't know if other people notice this or whatever, but I dare you to go type in the little YouTube thing, like, Asian girl eating cake, and see how many things come up, because it's ridiculous. Because I have done that. I, like, after seeing, like, all the little ones, I, like, typed it in, and I still didn't watch them, but I definitely did creep on, like, how many there were, and there are a lot. So, another reason why America is extremely fucked up. On another note, my parents recently went to see Ray Davies and the Kinks, and I put that in quotations because the only like original member left is Ray Davies, and he had this choral concert, the Kinks Choral Collection, and it's basically him singing some of his really famous songs. Like there's Waterloo Sunset and You Really Got Me and Victoria and all that stuff. And he's singing them accompanied by a chorus. And basically all that he's done is taken good songs and good music and made it bad music. And this is really upsetting to me because this should be the CD to end all CDs. Like, I love the Kinks. There was a time when my mom and I, we would go driving all the time. We would drive to the beach, to our beach house, multiple times a month. And, we'd take little road trips here and there. And no matter when the last time we were in the car, we would always listen to the entire Kinks album on the way there and the way back. And I never got sick of them. And I'm still not sick of them. And I love choral music. Okay, I'm a choral nerd. And I could listen to hours upon hours of Eric Whitacre or I don't even know, just like legit choral music and then like stuff like oratorios and requiems and stuff like that shit is like, that is what is in my iPod when I would sit on the subway on the way to high school, and I would always wonder, like, I wonder how many other people are listening to Mendelssohn's Elijah right now, because, I bet all my other lag fags were, but not a whole lot. So, I'm a choral nerd, and I'm a Kinks nerd. And so this encompasses both of those. Like, when my parents told me about this, my head almost exploded. It was ridiculous. But it's just, basically he took the tempo of every song and made it painfully slow, I guess, to like, so you could like better hear the harmonies, or like, I don't know, and then put a shit chorus behind it. And I mean, it's on my iPod because I like downloaded it and everything. It's like you can't even listen to one of the songs because you start it and you're just like waiting for it to like, it's so, like, the meter of every single piece is like painfully slow, and it's terrible. So that's my review of this album. If you were thinking about buying it, because they went to the concert and they got it at the concert for me, and they didn't like the concert because they said they either couldn't hear the chorus, or when they did, they didn't sound so good, and apparently the backup band was pretty bad. And Ray Davies, they said his voice sounds exactly the same. Like, I love him to death, but so they got me the CD and they were like, maybe it'll sound better, you know, like the version that was recorded in a studio. No, not at all. On the other hand, it's funny how these things work. I mentioned Eric Whitacre before. My friend Michael made me, burned me a CD of all this awesome Eric Whitacre choral music. It's mine and mine alone, because it says to Georgia. And I'm listening to that more than this fancy smancy decked out thing that probably took a lot of money to put into it, where for free, well, illegally for free, I have all this wonderful music. So, I mean, who would have thought? I watched Glee last night. Oh my god, he finally, well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. I'm so happy that he finally found out that his wife is a lying crazy bitch, because honestly, she's just a lying crazy bitch, and the entire, like, I can't even, like, you know how if you watch The Office, sometimes you have to turn it off because Michael Scott is, like, so painfully awkward, like, painful, like, I've said painful like a million times, I just realized in this video, but it, like, tears your heart out to watch him, and, like, you're just, like, embarrassed for the world. So it's almost like that with Glee, in the sense that, like, I would be watching and it was just like, Mr. Schuster, like, your wife is a crazy bitch, you need to deal with this. So I'm glad he finally found out, but now there's gonna be all this drama that he, like, doesn't want to leave her. I don't know. Fuck that. He will. I mean, obviously we know he's gonna get together with Emma and it's gonna be fine. But they're gonna drag it on for, like, probably a good, like, 3 or 4 seasons. Like, once again, relating to The Office, Jim and Pam, like, now they're all happy, married, baby on the way, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that took a good, like, 10.5 years. That's what it felt like. It felt like, you know, I was going into middle school when that shit started. And here we are. But, so, that's just my ranting for today. I've got a rehearsal with my pianist in an hour and a half. Have been sitting on my ass for a while, so don't really have that motivation to get up. But it'll be nice to do something with my afternoon. Also, my jury's next week, so wish me luck. I'm singing a French song, Romance by Debussy. That's one of them, but that is the one I'm most concerned about. And anybody that's a musician, just from, especially a singer, just from me saying Debussy and like French lyrics, should be reason enough for me to be scared. But I mean, it's a beautiful piece, but it is definitely, like, requires more work than my other stuff. But so I've got that, and then I have Nutcracker chorus rehearsal just for an hour. And yeah, so that's my ranting and my life and whatever, and hopefully you enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll put up more, and hopefully I'm not talking to nobody, because that is just the most depressing thought.